How's practice?
Practice is good. Our guys come out to work every day. Love our kids, the way their energy, the way they bring it. The one life lesson I learned in football a long time ago, been doing this a long time, you get knocked down, you got to get back up. So you don't have a choice. We got to go next week, and we got a Big Ten game this week.
How's Brandon looked?
Brandon looks good. He's sharp, he's healthy, he's ready to go. Throwing the football, his right arm's got a lot of rest in the last 2 weeks, which is a good thing. But he's fired up, can't wait to get back in there.
I mean, you've only had 13 snaps with the guy that was going to be your starting quarterback. Just what are you maybe looking for out of the offense where maybe you'll have your number one guy, hopefully for longer?
Well, I'm excited to get him back in there. He was our starting quarterback going into the season. Guys don't lose their jobs because of injuries. He's healthy and ready to go now and brings something a little bit different to the table, and I'm excited to see where he's at. He didn't get very many snaps in that first game, and I was excited to see how he was going to play against Nebraska. So it's kind of like starting the season over at the quarterback position with him, and I can't wait to see how he performs.
Maryland defense has been playing pretty well. What have you seen on film of the Terrapins so far?
You know what? They've been playing well. The West Virginia game was probably the big one right there. They're good in the back end. They're experienced. Number 12 and number 3 are both good players back there. Up front, you got 97. They've got some good players that have played a lot of ball, and it's going to be a challenge for us.
Tony, what do you make of what Chase Brown brought you guys now that he's back and we'll get some reps out there?
Love Chase Brown. Brings a lot of experience, a lot of juice. Knows what he's doing back there. Hammers the hole. Gets the dirty yards we talk about. Very excited to have him back in the lineup.
I wanted to ask you about Josh. What did Josh McCray show you over camp in the first weeks of the season to get him more involved in the offense?
Well, he's shown me that he's a freshman that's ready to play. Sometimes freshmen just aren't ready to play. And those last 2 weeks at camp right there, we were kind of like, hey, this kid might be ready to play. We've got him in there, and now he's getting going, and he's obviously going to be a freshman that can play for us this year and give us something.
Kind of a change-up. He's a bigger guy, obviously, and maybe does he bring something a little different than what you guys have in the room?
Yeah, you got a big back. Now, he's a big body coming downhill, and those linebackers and safeties got to come tackle him the whole game. I wouldn't want to tackle him right there, so excited to have someone like him in the backfield.
Does the playbook possibly have a little more options for you with Brandon back?
You know what, Brandon, we got a lot of options there, but Brandon brings a lot of things to the table, but so does everybody else we have in there as far as our line, our running backs. We just got to go out and do a better job of executing on offense and the little things, not having the mental mistakes out there. We've scored early in the second half and done well. We got to start the game a little faster.
What have you maybe seen in that first quarter where just maybe haven't gotten the traction you'd like offensively?
You know what? We got to do a better job starting with our coaches, putting them in a better position, going out as players and executing better in the first half. Just getting started right there. And we've had 2 3-and-outs to start the last 2 games. We got to figure out a way to get that first down and just get that mojo going like we had in the Nebraska game.
Running back by committee a little bit. Do you anticipate continuing to do that, or are you going to try to find a workhorse back type of
You know
thing,
what? I think we'll try and get down to that 2 to a third back right there when we can, but still we've got multiple backs that can do it, which is very good because any time you could have some injuries right there at the running back position.
And Chase showed some versatility. Is that something he brings to the lineup when he's in there?
He shows a lot of versatility. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a third down back, and he's an early down back.
What do you like about the way you guys shuffled the offensive line a little bit and Julian in there? What do you like about what he did? And how close are you guys to getting a 5? You're comfortable with it?
Well, we're close right there. We got dinged up a little bit at the center position at the end of the game. Julian brings us some size at the guard position, which we like. We're trying to get to where we got kind of 5 guys right there, but you still got to have 6 or 7 that can play.
Is it pretty standard that first X number of plays are scripted for you, and is there ever a time where you have to toss that right away in a game?
You know what? Typically we'll go into a game and we'll have a number of plays there in that 10 to 15. We want to get these plays run as early as possible. Obviously you get into a third down situation, you get off that script into a third down call, and then try and get back on that script as fast as you can.
Gotcha.
I guess it seems kind of, the quarter of the season is over, but just offensively, have you maybe done what you've wanted to in terms of maybe forging an identity, or has that been put on the back burner because you didn't have Brandon?
No, Art's done a great job in there. He's done well. We're happy to have Brandon back in there. He brings something different to the table at the quarterback spot. But Art did a great job. I feel like we've got our identity. What we got to do is go out and execute at a higher level, and we got to make sure we keep the defense off the field. We got to execute on third down, be better there. We've had some third and shorts where we haven't gotten the first down. And then our job at the end of the day is score 1 more point than the other team's offense. And we didn't do that the last 2 weeks, and we've got to go out and accomplish that this week. week.
Is there a way to get your tight ends involved anymore in the game plan? Or I guess what's been maybe we've seen one, but not the other a couple times.
You know what? We're making an effort. You can't always just have a play and it's guaranteed we're getting the ball to tight end, but it's one of our high priorities there to get the ball to both of those guys. They're big targets right there. We haven't gotten the ball to them as much as we need to in the last 2 games, and we're doing an effort to moving forward.